Apple. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
Thanks for coming in. So, this is our second meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and before we get started, I just wanted to go over a few things.
Okay.
So, first is confidentiality. Everything that is said here stays here, and to be mindful of that I'm a mandated reporter. So, if I hear anything regarding wanting to harm yourself or harm others, then I have to notify.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. So, tell me, what brings you in today?
I just wanted to do a follow up from the last time that we talked about, any kind of progress or want to discuss myself where I'm at. Because I know that this sessions is really going to be very helpful for me, not just me, but for my family as well.
Okay, so let's focus on what would it be like if things were going your going the way that you would like? What's one thing that you would like to focus on?
I actually want to focus more of how I'm able to handle things if things are not going to go my way. That regardless whether my sister becomes clean or or not,
Hmm.
that I'm still going to be able to move forward and function
Hmm.
and not be feeling like everything is unmanageable.
Okay, that sounds good. So we'll just go over. So, just curious, how will you know if the problem is solved?
um the problem probably is not going to be solved, but I would definitely know that I am not so obsessed anymore about it.
Hmm.
And this whole session is now more of like me having to be able to have tools to handle whether the problem is solved or not solved.
Okay, so give me an example of a thought or obsession that you are unable to control that you want to work
I want to make sure that my sister stays clean. Um, I start to obsess on what is she doing now, or is she still bringing home, random people, or is the rent paid on time, or is she going to pay on time? Like, just even though it hasn't happened yet, I'm already like thinking and obsessing that it might
on.
happen, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like you're worried because she's drinking and you're worried she might miss her rent and bring home people. So tell me the last time when she did.
The last time was last month, and I don't think that she understands that she has a problem. And of course, like she focuses more on where she's gonna be spending the money to, and
Yeah.
so rent is delayed. And of course, while she parties, she brings home random people,
Hmm.
and I just need to make sure that I can set boundaries.
Hmm.
At the same time, when I'm so beside myself and you know, um, I focus more on what she's doing rather than on what I am doing.
Yeah. So what is your goal?
Yeah, my goal is to have some tools and continue to have this session so that I will not be overly obsessed with what the other people are doing. I'm able gonna be able to handle this thing.
Yeah, so it sounds like that, you're pretty aware of your emotions and that, you have a few goals. So I have a really strange question to ask you.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So let's say you go off and you come back home from work, right? And things are the way they are, and then you decide to go to sleep, and just by some miracle, you wake up the next day and things are different. What would
Mhm.
that look like?
Wow, that would probably be the house is clean, my sister is clean, she's cooking. Um, there's just that very nice atmosphere of sisterhood in the house. She's not hiding in her room. Rent is paid. Um, you know, because right now, when she uses, she makes sure that the blinds are all down and
Hmm.
house is covered and dark. And
Hmm.
And I'm sure if she's clean, like everything is like just bright and
Mm-hmm.
sunny and dishes are cleaned and yeah, that'd be really, really nice. Rent is paid on time. In fact, she would have like told me that, hey, rent is paid for 6 months. You don't have to worry about anything because that's
Mm-hmm.
how my sister is when she's on her responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is very responsible. So
Mm-hmm.
that'd be nice.
So it sounds like, she is responsible. She just struggling with some of her responsibilities. So let's just pick one thing, right? Like if there was one goal that, you could see a miracle happen in, what would that be?
Um, Probably the rent being paid on time because it relieves me from stress. Um, like if she's not able to do that, then I have to make sure that I have enough financial stability to cover the rent.
Okay. Okay. So let's say on the scale of 1 or 0, she's horrible at paying her rent on time, to a 10. Like she's excellent. She's ideally paying 6 months in advance. Where on the scale do you think she would land?
Um,
Where do you feel you would land?
well, right now she doesn't pay on time
How
because
many days is she?
she's usually late like maybe 15 days, maybe sometimes even a month because
Mhm,
of her using. You know,
mhm,
she handles it more, but it's not like that all the time. But that's the
mhm,
thing about her when she's using. I wouldn't know when
mhm.
it's gonna be, and that's why I want to have the tools to handle it.
So I want to focus on you, right?
Hmm.
So let's talk about she's not very good, but on a scale of 0 to 10, like excellent, where would you say you feel she's at?
Um, Probably one.
1? Okay. And what about your willingness to help her, right? Like where do you stand there?
I'm on a 10 because right now I'm the one that's paying the bills when she
Uh,
can't.
okay. That's a tough one, right?
Right,
Because we know that you can't control her.
right.
So let's talk about a goal for yourself that you can work on.
Sure.
What would that be?
Um, if it's specifically for the rent, I would be probably just wanna make sure that save money enough, um, and not have resentments towards her. And I
Okay.
know I can do that,
Okay.
just really focus on saving money so that I can have like enough financial security so that in the event that, she can't pay, because, I cannot kick her out. She's my sister.
Yeah, and you have that bond, right? And
Correct.
so
Yeah.
what kinds of ways have you tried to get her to pay on time? What have you tried doing?
I actually have, like reminders and stuff, and like I said, the only time that I think um, reviewing all this information with her when she's late or not late is when she parties
Mhm,
that she gets late on paying rent. But other than that,
mhm.
she's on time. So
Okay, so she's on time. So it sounds like she's not always late,
late. Correct.
right?
Yes.
It's just sometimes she is.
Right. Right.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like what else can you do? What other goals?
To
Bes-
remind her
yeah.
to be on time and paying rent. Maybe um, I was thinking of just like asking her maybe to give me like a deposit or
Hmm.
something so that maybe that would act as a buffer in the
Hmm.
event that she is late.
Okay.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
So just have I just have to make sure that kind of put together some thoughts and then maybe I'll run it by her. You
Hmm.
know.
Okay. So it sounds like um that you're gonna try to talk to your sister and communicate with her and find ways to get her to kind of put a buffer in. So if
Right.
she ever is late, it's not gonna make a big
Right. And I actually like that I come here because talking to you and when I'm not so intense about, obsessing on why is she doing this, why blah blah blah. I can think of other solutions, which
Mm-hmm.
is that buffer thing. I just actually thought about it right now because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little calmer and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
So on a scale of 0, not obsessed at all, to a 10, totally obsessed, how would you rate yourself right now?
So totally not obsessed. Like maybe a 7,
A
an 8.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think needs to happen in order to kind of move that 7 down to a 6 just for these next few weeks?
Oh no, the 7. I'm sorry. The 7 is that I'm not obsessed.
Oh, the 7's you're not
Right, right,
obsessed.
right,
Okay,
right,
so
right.
let's try to
And
make
then
it an
go with the
8.
8 or
Let's
9.
try to make it
I
an
think
8.
just talking to you and really you helping me focus on what I can do and my tools in accepting her where she's at, I think eventually I will be able to like go to a 10, and that's my goal.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a little homework,
Okay.
and I just want you to think about when you're obsessed with a thought, on a scale of 0 to 10, what is it? And I want you to think, how are you gonna help yourself become less emotionally involved, you know, and more into the solution.
Less frustrated.
Yes, and
Yeah.
more into the solution because I definitely feel that you're a very responsible woman and you care for your sister so much,
Yes.
and that so much so that you come in here today to talk with me.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you want to schedule, let's say, another 2 weeks and then
Oh
we go
yeah,
from there?
absolutely. Yes.
Okay. So, just to give you a little lowdown, I like to be solution focused. Does not mean that I don't want to hear you talk or I empathize with you, but I do believe that you're very capable of finding your own solutions. And so, how this works is once we have resolved some of your goals in a short period of time, maybe 3 to 5 meetings. Does
Okay.
that sound okay?
Sure. Yeah. I actually really appreciate the fact that I run it by you, and you're absolutely right also about like sometimes I do know what to do, but it's just the implementation and getting another person's opinion of whether okay, is this acceptable, and you really help me.
Okay. Thank you so much, Apple, for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
see you in a couple of weeks.
will do.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay.